Hi, we're in Cheltenham today and we found some very strange individuals that have had some interesting reactions to the vaccine. So, what do you think of the vaccine?
It's awful. Basically, it ruined my marriage. This is what they don't tell you. It messes with your hormones. It's a hormone that changes your immune system, that affects your immune system. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those nutters that thinks like they put microchips in. I was all for the vaccine.
Well, if it's not our vaccine, the English vaccine, it's not worth the risk. My husband and I had the foreign one. Really messed us up for a couple of days, and now none of our friends are talking to us.
Basically, I never looked at another woman. Well, occasionally. Suddenly, my hormones are all over the place. It attacks your hormones, and you're unable to focus properly. There was a woman at my work, and suddenly I had the urge to have sex with her.
But the government are using it as a more effective way to track us. Think about it. The whole phone GPS system. Sometimes they lose connection, or run out of charge. It just isn't really a realistic way of following us around. But a microchip directly injected into the bloodstream, that's inescapable.
Would a microchip not run out of power?
We invited them around for a garden party. We have not seen them since March 2020. They all said no.
So they didn't say no because of lockdown?
I'm a teaching assistant. I've sat in on hundreds of biology and physics classes. There's probably a turbine on it that turns with the flow of blood, generating power.
Because my hormones are broken down, I couldn't fight her off. She seduced me, nothing, it wasn't, but I couldn't resist the immune system that controls your hormones, and I was like, I lost my mind, I was a wild man.
It was because they knew we'd had the inferior vaccine, they felt it was unsafe.
She was quite loud, she was overheard by a work colleague who happens to be a friend of my wife, which is just really bad luck. She then told my wife, told her not to, but thanks a lot, Carol.
Boiling down to, we've had a really substandard foreign vaccine. Do I show my face around here if everyone knows I've had that substandard foreign shit?
Do you find there's a lot of vaccine prejudice within your friendship group? Do you think that realistically the tracking device would fit into your bloodstream?
It's nanotechnology. They've injected it in.
How did you learn about this?
Books. I read books and in the classes at school.
GCSE classes?
I would not have done it. If this gets out, she'll say, yes, well, you have cheated in the past. And yes, I have. In my defence there, not the same thing. She was absolutely snortingly fit. Well, you would if you were gay, you would have done it with her. But this was at work with just a, bang average. And I couldn't resist at work.
So do you think that the vaccine is solely responsible for your infidelity?
Yeah, there's no way I would have done that. There's no way.
So do you think that they're going to continue to ignore you?
I am worried about that. I want to have the proper vaccine. In fact, straight after this, I'll go and write to the government. I don't want my second dose of this other vaccine. And could I have the proper English vaccine?
Have 2 doses of the English vaccine or just your second dose?
I want two. I want it done properly. Yeah, and then the booster. I want the proper vaccine.
I knew it. I could feel like I was possessed by something else, and that was exactly this. Pheromones. Pheromones are a very delicate thing. That's entirely the reason. No other. I wouldn't have done it. Would not have done it.
So what's the first thing that you're going to do on June 21st?
Well, hopefully move out of my mum's. I'm 48. I'm living with my mum. I'm not one of these, I'm going to sit in a pub. I just want my life back, and I'm going to demand my life back.
Well, I've booked a table at the Ivy, obviously. I don't think any of my friends will come with me. I booked a nice big table. But I guess if it's just myself and the family, we'll make do. It'll be okay.
But there won't be a June 21st if we don't all get vaccinated. Don't let people like this put you off. The best way to protect the NHS and save lives is to let them keep you safe.